Devin the Dream Haney's only move is to get the Ryan Garcia rematch if Ryan's able to beat Mario Barrios, or it's time to go to 154. Smash the like, sub to the channel, share the video, turn on your notifications. We live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30. Also live Sunday mornings with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. Sunday mornings 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Please join the channel as a member. Drop super chats when you come by the live streams, and hit me up if you want to debate. The email address is knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com. Let's get it cracking though. So, oh yeah, and please hype up the video. YouTube got that new feature. You can scroll over where you leave a comment. You can hit that hype button. It really helps me in the algorithm, increases the reach of the channel, and it allows our channel to be more visible to people that are looking for boxing talk content on YouTube. So please come through and make sure you hit that hype button while you're here. But let's get it cracking. So Devin Haney put on a pretty good performance against Brian Norman Jr. last night, dropping him in the second round, and Brian Norman Jr. never recovering. And then Devin Haney went on to outbox him for the rest of the fight. And so we always think about what's next, right? For me, Devin Haney doesn't have the luxury like some of his fans want him to do to be able to go undisputed at 147 pounds because of the way that he's talked about the people that are currently champions at 147 pounds. The only fight that makes sense for me, and shout out to Truth, because Truth put this he put this comment in my section. I was like, damn, I don't know. I can't believe I didn't think about that. I forgot about that. Ryan Garcia has a fight with Mario Barrios in February. If Ryan Garcia beats Mario Barrios, then Devin Haney should unify with Ryan Garcia. Obviously, from the first fight, the history between the two and the amateurs, the bad blood, that would be a big fight. That would be a fight that everybody would want to see, is Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. However, if Mario Barrios is able to beat Ryan Garcia, then there's nothing left for Devin Haney at 147 pounds, bro. Nothing left at 147 pounds. I'm not interested in Lewis Crocker. Lewis Crocker is the trashiest champion in the division. And then Mario Barrios and Rolly Romero, you don't get to get credit for fighting them after what Devin Haney said about Tank fighting him, after what his fans said about Tank fighting him, after what his daddy said about Tank fighting him. After you have trashed them and talk about them so bad, you can't fight them. I mean, your fans will give you credit for it, but no one that understands the history of Devin Haney's career, the history of the rivalry, no Tank fan, because Tank fans are like the biggest fan base in boxing, pretty much. No boxing fan. I'm not giving you credit for that, bro. You're going to have to go to them Knob Goblin channels to get credit for that. You don't get to call somebody a C-level fighter, trash-level fighter, and then fight them, and then people supposed to give you credit for it. You don't get, your daddy don't get to say Rolly Romero is only good for holding your gym bag, and he trash, and he garbage, and he's just the bottom of the barrel when Tank is fighting him. Y'all don't get to not give Tank Davis credit for knocking his ass out, knocking Mario Barrios out, and then act like it just ain't shit. And then people are supposed to be on your bandwagon and be happy and act like it's a good fight when you do it. Fuck that shit. Hell, the only reason Ryan Garcia will be a good fight for Devin Haney is because of what happened in the first fight. But the first time they fought, you don't get no credit for that shit. That boy is a C-level fighter. He an Instagram model. Him and Tank is an exhibition. And ain't nobody, that ain't no real fight. But then when you fight Ryan, it was supposed to be a real fight. The only reason that Ryan Garcia would be a good fight for Devin Haney is because of what happened in the first fight and the controversy from the first fight. And the controversy of, was it the Osterine or was Ryan Garcia just got Devin Haney number, since they both had been going back and forth since the amateurs. That's the only reason that's a fight. But if he's not fighting Ryan, if Ryan Garcia don't get by Mario Barrios, get your ass up to 154. Get your ass up to 154. I told y'all about a couple of shows ago, bro. The standard is the standard. We got to hold these fighters that we claim are good, or that people hold in a high regard. We got to hold these fighters to the same standard we hold all these other athletes too. You want to make the most amount of money. You want to make the biggest purses. Cool, no problem. Then you should be fighting the best fights. You don't get to fight gimme fights just because there's a title holder around there, bro. And so Ryan Garcia, because of the history, great fight for Devin Haney. If Ryan Garcia gets by in February, him and Devin should be fighting in May, June, July or some shit. And they already had a signed contract. So I would think the fucking fight would be easy as shit to make, right? Because they already had a signed contract. Ryan just got his ass whooped by Rolly Romero. That's all that happened. So Rolly whooping Ryan Garcia ass, okay. All right then. you got to go get you got to go do something else because nobody after that performance against Jose Ramirez and then Ryan losing to Rolling, the rematch lost its luster. But if Ryan's after what Devin Haney just did to Brian Norman Jr., if Ryan Garcia is able to beat Mario Barrios, then now we talking about 2 champions at 147. Man, that's a weak ass division. Anyway, 2 champions at 147 pounds now. The rematch got its luster again. Go get that shit back if you Devin Haney. Go prove that it wasn't a fluke if you Ryan Garcia. Other than that, it's 154, bro. It's 154. That's where the big fights is at. Lewis Crocker ain't no big fight, bro. If Mario Barrios beats Ryan Garcia, there ain't no big fight, fam. If Rolly Romero fights Manny Pacquiao and beats him, or Rolly Romero fights his mandatory and beats him, that ain't no big fight, bro. The only big fight left in the division, now that we know Ryan is fighting Mario, the only big fight left in the division is Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia too. Now also, bro, real quick, unless you advocate for Devin Haney waiting on people to move up, like a Team Alifu to move up or a Gary Antoine to move up or some shit like that. If he's just gonna wait around there, then I mean, yeah, you know. Of course, I think he will. I don't think anybody from 140, 147, I don't think any of them dudes moving up to 154 if I'm being real. It's too many killers up there. There's too many dogs up there. There's too many great fighters up there, bro. Niggas ain't trying to move up into a division with Sebastian Fundora, Jerron Boots Ennis, Virgil Ortiz Jr., Xander Zayas, Bakram Murtazaliev. Niggas ain't moving up to that, bro. You know it, I know it, everybody know it. So, but that's what the play should be. That's what it should be, but that ain't what it's gonna be. I think Devin Haney is gonna stick around at 147 pounds. His fans, his daddy, himself, they're gonna try to sell us on the idea of fighting fighters that they call trash, they call garbage, fighters that haven't really gotten better. You could say Rolly's gotten a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? You can say Mario Barrios got better for a little bit, but he done regressed. Nigga going the distance and almost losing to 178-year-old Manny Pacquiao. Nigga got knocked out by Tank Davis. Keith Thurman beat his ass up. Abel Ramos put a whooping on him. Barrios was winning, but then Robert Ramos came back into it and was putting hands on his ass. They fought to a draw. Like, nobody, like, come on, bro. Come on, fam. We ain't nobody checking for that shit. So, for me, welterweight division, I would hope Ryan Garcia can beat Mario Barrios, and then that'll set up the rematch between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia next year in 2026. But other than that, bro, ain't shit really there. Ain't nothing really there for Devin Haney, bro. Straight up, due to the fact of the softness and trashness of the division, and the fact that he just fought the best champion in the division, in my opinion, and all the other champions are fighters that him, his fans, and content creators that rock with him, they had no respect for these fighters. So let's not act like y'all got respect for him now just because you want to try to talk some shit or you want to see Devin Haney get credit for accomplishing fighting dudes that's, you know, supposedly trash when other fighters fight them. We're not going with that shit, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Comment below, smash like, sub to the channel. What do you want to see next from Devin Haney? For me, Ryan Garcia rematch if he's able to get Mario Barrios. If that fight can't happen because Mario Barrios wins the fight, I'm not interested in Devin Haney versus any of the champions at 147 pounds. Lewis Crocker is garbage. And the other two are fighters that were garbage when Tank Davis was fighting them. So they're going to be garbage-ass fights when Devin Haney is fighting them. If you don't like it, stop putting your goddamn foot in your mouth. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace!